for another edition of Cast Iron IRL Thursday night live cook. Give everybody a couple of minutes here to get in and all that stuff. We get somebody maybe to hit the like button so I know that people are actually in and I'm connected and could hear me. That would be fantastic. There we go. All right, great. So we are definitely going. We'll get the comments turned on and we'll get started with everything. Thursday night. I do want to try something real quick. I want to see loud and look, iron. That's awesome. Good to see you, Handsome Stone. All right, we got the live stream or the comments all set up so I can read them. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? How are you? Good to see you. All right, I'm just going to tilt this real quick. I want to try something. I just want to see if this actually will give me a wide screen or if it turns me around or not. Or if it just does the same thing. There was something I was working on. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. I was just trying to mess with something right before we came on. And it's kind of hard to do this stuff unless you do it actually live. So we'll go back there, and so this is where we are. Everybody can hear me and all this kind of everything, and so we'll go ahead and get started. So tonight I'm going to actually try Spam for the very first time. I've never had Spam. I did a little research about Spam this week, so I do have a little history on Spam. I have maybe a little too much history on Spam, to be honest with you. Rick Stunball, what's going on, buddy? Glad you're here. Bob the Builder, hey, buddy. I've got the coffee going. We're doing the St. Patrick's Day theme tonight. We're getting everything started for the big month, one of my favorite months, one of my favorite holidays, St. Patrick's Day. I went and got a roast today to make my own corn. I'm going to attempt my own corned beef this year. And I've got a few other things. Sunday, like I said last week, we got cut off. And I'm not sure. I think what happened is I got a phone call during the last live that cut it off. And I'm not sure why that cut it off. Usually I could just pause those things and they go away. I keep my phone on. I keep my phones and the computer and everything connected in case something happens, the family emergency or one of those kind of things. And Pat Z, what's up? How are you? But I keep everything going in case somebody needs me or if there's an emergency. So I don't know what happened with that. But anyway, we're gonna get going. We're gonna get started. Tonight I'm gonna be making Spam, and I'm gonna do a fairly just traditional way of. We're just gonna slice and fry it. I wanted to try Spam just the way it was. That was sort of the idea behind all this. I just wanted to try it the way it is. I'm not gonna add any salt. I'm not gonna add any pepper. I'm not gonna add any of that kind of stuff. Because normally I grew up with canned corned beef. That's what I've always had. And so Spam was one of those things my mom didn't. My mom and dad, neither one liked Spam. So it was never one of those things. But we're just basically going to have breakfast for dinner. We're going to do the fried Spam. I'm going to do some instant mashed potato pancakes. I thought about doing hash browns, but I didn't end up doing hash browns. So we're just going to do potato cakes. I thought that was a little more. My grandma always made when we were growing at St. Patrick's Day. We always had potato pancakes a lot at that time. It seems so. I'm going to stick with Graham's potato pancakes, and she used real potatoes. I'm going to use instant potatoes tonight. We're going to do some eggs and toast. We're going to be using the toast bread that I made yesterday or the day before. Let's say Thursday. Yeah, today's Thursday because I have a show. And so yeah, yesterday I made some bread, so I'm going to use that up. I've got one of the stars of the show tonight is going to be the Wagner 1148 Griddle, and that's heating up right now. I've got it on low. We'll just kind of bump this up kind of slow. Doing it low, we're heating it low and slow today. And we're gonna do that. Let me see. Yeah, Cynthia, I did pull out the Wagner. Hey Scotty, what's up? How are you? Fuzz Fork, good to see you. But before we go any further tonight, before I get, because when I do these lives, I tend to get a little tangent-y. I go off on tangents and I get stuff. And but one thing I did want to let everybody know is that we did have a winner in the contest, my hometown contest that went on for, I think 4 to 5. I think it was 5 shows. 5 live streams that it actually went, and the winner, though, let me see. The winner is Mr. Rick Stumbaugh, who commented during the live. I went back through the live stream last week to see where it went wrong or what the technical difficulty was, and I saw in those comments that Rick beat out one other person that got it right, and the other person that got it right was Frank Morello. Frank was a few hours behind me, and not just because of the time difference. I actually kind of I had to do some Ohio math and figure out what happened. But yeah, Frank was a couple hours after the fact in the comment section there, but Rick guessed it during the show. So, and the answer was San Francisco, California. I was born in San Francisco, California, a long, long time ago. And hey, Corey, what's up, buddy? And so what Rick won is, and one of the things I don't actually have here because the good news is there's good news and bad news. The bad news is that I sold out of cast iron cure today, and I have a 4 o'clock deadline every day to get my orders out because there's a deadline. I have to, when it sells over certain websites like eBay and places like that, I have to send it out within a certain amount of time. So that the last of those went out, but I have plenty more. I just have them at the shop. So what Rick won, and I'm going to make sure that we can see that. Okay, but Rick won a Lodge loaf pan, some oven mitts, some of the handle mitts, and he won a can of cast iron cure, which I'll just show the one I keep here, that I always keep here without knocking everything into my eggs off to the side, sorry. And a can of cast iron cure. So that's what you won. This is mine. This is my original can. You can't have that. But I have a bunch of other cans, and we'll get that. And Monday that will go out because Monday, if I don't have any more today, then Monday's the next time I'll be at the post office. But that's what you won. So I thought a lot of people gave away pans and skillets and stuff, but nobody ever gives away accessories. So I thought maybe you could use some handle mitts. I thought maybe somebody, the winners would like a handle mitt and a loaf pan. So that's what I got, and a tin of cast iron cure. So anyway, and I will sign this. Now, since I made it official, I will sign the paper. You can re-gift if you already have a loaf pan or two and you want to re-gift it. That's okay. But I am going to sign this to you, Rick, so that you can keep the insert. So congratulations to Rick Stumbaugh, and it's so cool that the people that guessed were some of the original subscribers to the channel. Rick was actually one of the first couple subscribers that I had, and so was Frank, and Frank and I have gotten to know each other over the last since I started doing the live streams and stuff, and kind of become sort of pen pals, I guess. And he's been kind enough to send me some stuff, and I actually have got some stuff to send out to him as well. And so either way, Frank's going to be getting something as kind of a runner-up anyway. So anyway, congratulations, Rick. Good job. So I'll have that stuff. That stuff will all go out Monday. And to Frank Morello, your stuff will go out Monday as well. So that's pretty cool. My first giveaway of the channel. I'm gonna grab some more coffee, and then we're gonna get into it because I've got to make the potatoes, and generally I like to leave the potato cake when I use instant. I like those to sit for a minute and kind of congeal, as they say. And but that's what we're gonna start with our potato cakes. We got the recipe down there. Yeah, San Francisco, California. Back in one of the sort of the end of the end of the summer of love. It was kind of the end of the big thing, the big boom in San Francisco. No, I said it doesn't begin in a vowel and doesn't end in a vowel, like Ohio or Alabama. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's why we said that places like Alabama, Alaska, some of the other ones, Ohio, Idaho, and I don't know, Idaho. Anyway, so we're gonna get started with this. I'm gonna get gloved up because I'm actually pretty excited to try Spam. It's one of those things that, like I said, my parents did not dig on Spam. Frank, good to see you, pal. I got your stuff going out on Monday as well. And thanks again for all the cookbooks and that kind of stuff. I've got a letter that I've been meaning to send. So let's get started with this. So we're going to start with our potato cakes. I've got that written down. If anybody wants to see how to make a instant mashed potato pancake, that's the recipe that I follow for that, which is pretty standard. I just basically I took a certain amount of instant mashed potatoes instead of potatoes, and I just sort of factored them out. And when I looked at other recipes, that's pretty much like off the website sort of recipe as well. So I don't know if you guys can see that okay. That's my recipe. So I'm going to start with 1 cup of cold water in there. And I'm going to throw this stuff off to the side. So I got a cup of cold water. I've got 1 beaten egg. So that's like $100 right there. And I've got about a teaspoon. And I threw the chives. Normally, the chives you could save for last, but these are dehydrated chives. So, I put those in with the eggs to sit. Let me move this stuff out of my way before I go too farther. So I've got to make room for the cutting board, so when we slice up our other stuff, I got to keep this, my little workspace. Is the beard in the way? Not sure if I got to keep looking back. I got to figure out a better place for the monitor. But anyhow, so we've got our egg, and we have, let me see, a half a teaspoon of salt. So we're just gonna do about a teaspoon, half teaspoon. I'd say that's about a half teaspoon. Half teaspoon of salt is like negligible salt anyway. And get that kind of stirred together. And like I said, I'm gonna set this off to the side for a minute while we decan, while we clean the Spam, I guess. Decan it, break out that pork goodness. That kind of foamed up, so I know that it's all kind of in there. And these potato pancakes are so easy. If you're like me, I know not everybody lives in a climate like mine, so I sort of hoard up dry stuff and dehydrated things and canned goods, because every once in the weather here, it gets to the point where I really don't want to. Is the beard also a strainer? It does hold food. I have been known to walk around with some stuff in there, and plus this is when normally in the wintertime I kind of opposite. I kind of have I have a beard all year round, but usually in the wintertime my beard is very short because of zippers. So I usually don't keep my beard very long in the winter, but this year I decided I would work for myself this winter, and so I don't have to go out very much. So there's a lot of coats involved, and zippers and outdoor clothing. Let's see. We've got our chives already in there. We're gonna take a little bit of pepper. I'm gonna just crack some pepper into that. And Ming is not here with me today. So Ming she hates fresh ground pepper. She despises it. She's a pepper freak, but she does not like fresh ground pepper. She's like me with sea salt. I think sea salt is too salty, too strong, and she feels the same way about fresh ground pepper as I feel about sea salt. And I'm just gonna take down the sides. And one of the things I was wondering, is anybody going to Cornbread Festival this year? So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to Cornbread Festival or if I'm going to the Cast Iron Convention. And I wasn't finding anything about the convention so far this year. And usually those coincide the same weekend. So it looks like if I'm not going to go to the convention, Cast Iron Convention in Baton Rouge, then I'm going to go to Cornbread Festival and pass out some cast iron cure and have a good time and see how many bars I can go to. Have I tried long pepper or Madagascar wild pepper? I have not. I have not tried that. I found my glasses. Now I can read the comments. I didn't have my glasses on. I'm like, why can't I read this stuff? It's because I don't have my glasses on. And the funny thing is I had to drive a little bit today. I had to go to, I went to the spice place. I got some spices for the corned beef. I went to the spice outlet, Wildman's. If you guys want the best, I'm going to shout these guys out real quick. If you want the best spices you can get, Wildman's in, what's that little town? New Hampshire. There's a lot of little towns right there. I always forget New Hampshire. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, go to hit their website, Wildman's spice website, and hit them up. I went over there today. I went to the place locally that carries Wildman's. Wildman's is a couple towns over where they process everything on site. But I went over to get spices today. So I was out running around. So I've got this stuff done, and we're gonna set that off to the side, and we're gonna break out the cutting board. I'm gonna sort of slide me over this way just a touch for right now. I gotta figure out a better angle for everything. Get possum salt from out there. But no, I've never tried that other, my comment went away. I saw the Madagascar and then the long pepper. We get this down for right now. Put this on there. And we'll let that sit a couple minutes. Actually, I'll put that off to the side. I don't need this anymore. Don't need that anymore. I get possum salt from a buddy out west. Now, are you screwing around, or is that like a real thing? Because I know you never know with Fuzz what he's honestly got going on. I never know. So Spam, we're about to open this up. Let's open this. And I tried, Spam is a really bizarre, it's kind of a bizarre company. Like I was sort of doing a deep dive on there, and if you can see, I just tried to figure out what these little things on there were all about. And I kept getting the runaround with like what that was. So if anybody knows what that is, why they have those on there, put that in the comment section, because I have no idea what that's about. It's real. The guy's a preacher. Possum salt. What makes it possumy? What's the pot? Is that just the brand name, or has it got something to do with an actual possum? So we're gonna open the tin. But yeah, Spam is a really bizarre company. Like, Hormel himself seemed like a really sketchy guy. Like, all the way around, he just seemed like a sketchy person. I gotta throw this in the this lid in the recycling. But, like, honestly, like, he kind of just bounced around. He would borrow money from people, and he would sort of go and do his thing for a little bit, and then he would bank. William Hurt, what's up, buddy? And he would just sort of bounce around, and he kind of borrowed money, and it was just kind of odd that he was kind of one of these guys who sort of, from what I could read or the videos I watched, he would sort of bounce around, and he would borrow money to do this, and then he would do something, and it would kind of not go so great, so then he would bail on that and then go to the next thing. And he ended up like between Toledo, Ohio, and Chicago, and sort of just kind of fell into this whole Spam thing. And even the name Spam, even though there was a contest in 1937 for $100, you could name Spam. You could name it, which was just kind of spiced ham, kind of an abbreviation of the thing. And then the guy who won the contest was like this brother of one of the guys that he was in business with for $100. It was $100. And I imagine in 1937 that $100 was kind of a lot of money. Smoking Bears, I'm doing canned meat, so I figured you'd show up. But yeah, it's just kind of overall like it just seemed like there was not a lot of information once I dug into a company like that. And I guess there's a certain way to do this where I have to sort of pinch the insides, and they say it's supposed to pop out if I pinch the sides, and there it is. All right, so there's boy, that looks delicious. I can't wait to just dig in and spread some of that on a cracker. That looks great. It actually doesn't look bad. I actually thought it would come out and be a little more congealed. Hormel is 30 miles from you, really? I like Denny Moore. No, I didn't know that. Well, I did know, but I never really put it together that Spam and because it was Hormel Denny Moore stew, and I'm a big Denny Moore guy. I love Denny Moore stew. So set the can over here, and so what I'm going to do with that, like I said, I'm not going to really do anything crazy with it. I'm just going to flop it here onto its side. I honestly put this down because I thought that there was going to be like some kind of like congealed fat going everywhere. And I guess I'm going to go with the flat side. So I'm going to go pieces about I'm going to treat this like canned corned beef. And then I was really surprised that there's like other brands of this stuff. Like there's one that seems to be like Spam's ugly little sister, which is Treat, Treet. And the difference between, because this is just supposed to be, at least at the time, I don't know if it's still true. We'll look at this is where my glasses screw me up, because my glasses are for seeing a long way away. Let me see what's in this stuff. Because it's supposed to be, this is shoulder meat. And I can't really. Oh, there we go. Yeah. No, so now it's just pork. But if you get treat the ugly little sister of Spam is it has chicken in it. It has like the delicious mechanically separated the mechanically separated chicken, which I'm sure that's really good for you. That's exactly what that should be. Its own mechanically separated chicken, I think, is its own food group in the Eastern Bloc of Europe. So we've got that. We've got our Spam sliced up, which I'm gonna actually. I don't know if I don't know if it matters if I do this. I'm probably, but wow, that's salty. That is really salty, but not in a bad way. I mean, I wouldn't want to have something salty like this all the time, but that's not. It's not as salty as canned corned beef. Or I'm sorry, canned corned beef isn't near as salty as this. So I was kind of thinking it tastes more like canned corned beef, but it doesn't. So anyhow, let's see. So I've got a few eggs off to the side and all that. So Ronald Cowherd, feet, beaks, and buttholes. Yeah, that's probably what I just had. And it's funny. When I was when I was out at the place getting spices today, and it's my butcher shop. It's the same place all together. They had pig snouts, so I got the. So I guess me and the dog are both having pig snout today. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Let's see how many folks we got in here tonight. Let's see. Once again, raise the glasses. Oh yeah, we got a few folks in. But anyway, I got this heating up. I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit because this isn't going to take too long. And I'm going to grab a spatula. Actually, I'm going to grab two. We'll grab two spatulas. Actually, I'm going to ditch this can real quick. And I got my trusty spatula. One of these things. I love having these in the kitchen. If you guys don't have one of these, I love these things. It's just like the all-purpose. It's like it's like having the Swiss Army knife in the kitchen, and then my regular spatula, and there we go. So we should be good. What we got? Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of weird. Like when the people were naming Spam, that that was just so sketchy that you'd have the brother of somebody who won the contest work for them for $100. You would think that it would, I don't know, that it would go to somebody, because $100. I mean, in 1930 was way more than $100 today. It's probably like, $500 or whatever. But you would think that would kind of, the friends and family couldn't apply. But maybe it was just that good of an idea. Which it is kind of genius. I mean, spiced ham. Anyhow, let's start throwing this stuff together. So we'll get over to here. Over to here. Are we there? Yeah, there we are. That's pretty good. So we'll get a little oil on there. I'm just going to go olive oil tonight. Let's see, a little olive oil. Spread that around. I think that should be, let's see, the back. I want the front just a little hotter than I want the back. So hopefully we get that sizzle. That's not that hot. Maybe we'll give that a minute. We'll give that a minute. That's just not that hot up there. I'm surprised at that one. because this has been going since about 10 minutes before I came on. Yeah, but we got plenty of time because this isn't going to take long at all. Yeah, that was it. I mean, $500. But you would think to name a product, you know, if you were kind of the guy that came up with Aunt Jemima, like they were having a thing like that, you would think that that would be, you would get, I guess, I don't know, it was the Depression. So $500 was probably a hell of a lot more than, or $100 was probably a hell of a lot more than $500. You know, that was probably kill somebody money during the Depression. It had to be. I mean, people were having a pretty rough time in the Depression. I mean, things are bad right now, but you're talking. No, the burner's fine. The burner's fine. I didn't have it up for very long. I had it kind of down. I didn't even have it to the third mark. Because I'm gonna do the potato cakes in the back, and then I'm gonna do the Spam here in the front, and then the plan is to do the eggs in the middle, where it's not as hot. So anyway, got this all nice and greased up. Throw that over into the cup, and give this a second. I thought this would be a little longer, so I'll just sit and kind of. Could you preheat it in the oven first? Yeah, I could have preheated it in the oven first. Absolutely. Yeah, you're teaching dumpster diving. You know, Fuzz, it's amazing to me how many places that's illegal to do. You would think going through somebody's trash, you'd think that would be fine. I mean, that's kind of like if you throw something out on the curb for the garbage man, it would be $2,200 today. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, you'd think I know if I throw something away, the garbage man can keep it. He doesn't. He can just throw it in the front of his truck and he can keep it. Or people can walk around. And there's a guy here in my town that he goes around every. My trash day is Tuesday. He goes around every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and goes around and collects, you know, metal, washers, things that the trash people won't take. He comes and picks it up and then takes it and does whatever he does with it. But yeah. Plus, this has got the rib bottom, so I should have probably thought of that before I went any further. Let's see. Lady down the street found a Wapak without Indian head last summer. Those are still valuable. I'll tell you, the more I looked on the waffle iron that I got from Artie the other day, I still don't see a tapered logo waffle iron. Let's see. See what this is. Oh, there we got the sizzle. We got the sizzle this time. Okay, so I'm going to take some of the thicker pieces that I cut. I was trying to... Let's see. Move that up here. Move that one up here. That's kind of a thick piece. But I'm going to smash, because I just had I had like a little bowl of soup earlier today. And that was the extent. I'd like some of that, I don't know. It wasn't even soup. It was more like a miso, some kind of thing that my daughter had laying in there. And a couple egg rolls earlier. And that was the extent of what I had today. No breakfast. And then we've got that going. And I'm just going to let that crisp up. And I'm going to throw the potato I don't know why I can't say potato pancake today. Go. Throw that one back there. Put a little extra oil. I'm going to put a little extra olive oil down for that. In that spot. In and around there. Probably I should have thrown that down first. But the show kind of throws me out. Doing these live streams kind of throws off my cooking a little bit. There we go. I thought those little taper logo. were repops. No, the tapered logo were repops. I've never heard that. I don't know. I don't know how true that would be, because there is a Wapak tapered logo. Just like if you guys noticed last night when Cast Iron Chaos was doing his show, he was doing he was showing the sat iron that he had, and the sat iron had a chicken foot logo on it. And what chicken foot logo, for those who aren't down with what that is, the chicken foot logo is a regular, like the regular Wapak logo, but with a really large P in the bottom with the I don't have one to show. I don't have any chicken foot, but and then the feet stick out, so they call that a chicken foot. And that's what he had with his sat iron yesterday. Okay. Let's see how that's doing. It's getting a little. I'll leave it sit. But we'll let those go a minute or so. But yeah, Ohio will be heading back into the 60s next week. Yeah, it's going to be nice. But yeah, I've never heard that the waffle irons are repop. And the one thing about a Wapak is, and I'm kind of in the middle of this, or I would show it, but a lot of times they have that knit. There's the waffle iron section, and then the handles come out, and there's like a niche in the inside. It's like almost like a tab. There's like a recessed part, and then and then there's an extended little rectangle, and they fit together. And those are on. That's generally a good sign. If you see an unmarked one, which you don't see unmarked Wapak waffle irons, or unmarked if you're looking at, like, say, an unmarked waffle iron and it has that little chink right there, that little rectangle that keeps the handles from slipping around. That that's how you can tell that it's a Wapak, because those pretty much every ones that I've ever seen. Repop just means that it's a fugazi. It's not real. It's not a real one. People call those repops, recasts. What's this thing? We're just gonna let those sit. We'll let those sit down there a minute. And then in that spot, I'm going to throw some butter. One thing about these is, like with mashed potatoes, you can put butter in it, but these don't call for. That looks good. These don't call for instant mashed potatoes. Don't call for butter in the mix, so I like to use a lot of butter when I make it. That looks pretty good. I should have probably got I did get a plate. And let that sit there. Put that up to the corner here. See how that's doing. What all these are doing. Well, that's just not getting hot out front. I don't know what's going on with that. The back's doing fine. Actually, it's doing perfect. The middle. These burners. Electric stoves suck. They do. My friend just got a new stove. He texted me Sunday and said he had a new stove and wanted to know if I knew anybody to get rid of the one he had. And I asked him if he was getting a gas one. He's like, "Oh God, no, I don't want a gas stove." And I'm like, "How could you not want a gas stove? That just doesn't make any sense." I even have a gas burner I keep in the kitchen, so I can use gas when I don't have one. But I can't wait. Here in another month, I'll be able to open all the windows and I get to clean the stove. I get new drip pans for this. I actually found I've went through 2 sets of drip pans with this, and both the sets of drip pans that I've had since I've lived in this place, the drip pans never fit right. So I actually found the part number to my stove that's in the back without totally dragging this thing out. And I did take it out once to look, and I couldn't find the part number on the back. So I actually get to I get the part number off of it from the catalog, from the manual, and I can actually order the ones that absolutely fit in here, not the one size that fits most things. I do. I need to find. I just need a bigger kitchen. I don't need to find a rich woman for in that kitchen, but I could stand to have a bigger kitchen. And the other thing that kind of screws up my kitchen is when you put about 100 to 150 pieces of cast iron in it. That can. Should have left that together. I thought that would be done. Nobody saw that. If I had cheese, I'd just throw cheese on it and it'd be fine. It's like these burners are going backwards. But the burners fit better when the drip pans fit on there, when I have the correct drip pans. Some buffering here. Keeps buffering. I know it's on my, yeah. Yeah, actually here, it was, we've had all kinds of crazy weather here the last couple days. The weather has been, I mean, it was 62. Tonight I took the dog out and there's snow on the ground. It's supposed to be, tomorrow's supposed to be cold, and then I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know what it's going to do after that. It's supposed to be, well, I do know, I'm sorry, I was kind of got distracted. And then it's going to be in the 50s. So we're going to start that weird March weather, where it's basically, like I said in the last room, it's basically London. It's just England, and that's all there is to it. We just have England weather. It's raining, it's misty, you might get some sun for a few minutes, and then it's going to be rainy, misty, then probably with some snow that's not going to stick, and just enough rain to, then it'll freeze up to get to make it icy outside. Just kind of like that. Oh, there we go. That's looking pretty good. Why is that one spot not getting good crust on it? I've got this, for my stove, that's kind of high. I can make steaks at that temperature normally. Oh well. It's a Spam, right? And inflation at the foods. Yeah, it's just got a little bit of everything going right now. And I'm lucky I have a lot of like farm markets and things like that. So, you know, I can still get things here that are reasonable. I went and bought like liver today, and it was like $2.50. It was like $2.59 a pound. I looked at steaks. I got some strip steaks for Sunday, and those were like $11.99, which is it's high, but I mean it's not 18 or 19 like a lot of people are paying right now. Hey Ronald, we'll see you, buddy. Let's see. Ooh. But yeah. Hey Greg Hard, what's up, buddy? Mercy B, hello. Hello. Just in time for some Spam, because it's so delicious. But anyway, I'm gonna move my cutting board here and break out my plate so I can have some more room to do some other stuff here. Ooh, love Spam. Yeah, this is my first time having it. I've never had it. Well, I just tasted a little piece of it, but I've never actually had I've never had it cooked like we are doing today. So we'll bring over the plate. I'm gonna throw some toast on there. I've got a couple eggs I'm gonna do as well. And Rick, you're gonna have to if you would be so kind as to send me your address at honeyjbadger, all lowercase, at yahoo.com, and I'll have your address, and then I can send that out to you. So the sooner you get that to me, the quicker you can get your your prize. Let's see here. So we've got one potato pancake done. Oh yeah, that's browning up. That's that one spot. These rest of these spots are browning up real nice. There we go. Maybe we just had to catch up a little bit. That's all right. I'm gonna throw another pancake back there because I am really hungry today. Let's throw some more butter down there so I don't completely. There we go. Pass that around. I'm gonna bring some of that up here because I'm gonna throw an egg on there as well. There we go. Throw that on there. Move these back a little bit. And I'm going to throw an egg down. Egg down right there. So I was thinking that would sort of be in the middle. That might be a good spot for my egg. There we go. I'm like Kobe tonight on these shots tonight. I've got a little thing over there, and I'm nailing it. I'm like 3 for 3. And salt and pepper. There we go. Got that in there. Yeah, that's looking like breakfast. Yeah, Rick won the pan. How fun's that? I think that's pretty cool. And like I said, with Rick being one of the first subscribers to my channel, I think that's even cooler. Well, the spot's not one to play ball. Anyway. Put that down this way. That one's getting pretty done. Liking the Wagner 1148 as well. Really liking this griddle. This griddle is come in handy. Shout out to my daughter. One of the kids. They got me this for Christmas. I'm really digging it. And she actually got me the spatula that I'm using tonight too. So all around big fun. I think, anyway. But we'll give that a second. And then we're going to give that the old taste test. As Shovelhead 18 says. And we'll just set that right there. Is that in the shot? But yeah, I didn't get a chance. I asked Val. Yeah, tonight I'm doing Spam for my first time ever, Val. I'm trying Spam. I'm normally a canned corned beef kind of guy, but tonight we're on the Spam train. See how that's looking. I'd say that's done. That looks crispy. So a little room there. Eggs looking pretty okay. See how this egg's doing. I just absolutely love this griddle. So kiddo, if you're watching tonight, thank you again for the griddle. I'd absolutely love it. So we got that. We got our Spam. Get a little bit of toast. I want to do some toast too, because I want to have that with my egg. At least one of the eggs. A little more than it needed, but that's okay. Remember to turn your clocks ahead, Sunday. Is it that time already? I didn't realize that it was that time already. I thought we had a few more. I thought that was more, well, yeah, I guess it's getting, is spring this weekend? Is it? No, it can't be spring this weekend. It's January, February, March. Yeah, I guess. I guess it shows what I know. I live in a vacuum. What do I know? I just work here. Sort of part-time for the most part. There. An egg. I'm going to do another egg. While I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm going to do 2 eggs. There's some more butter down in here because it's March. It's St. Patrick's Day month. You can never have too much butter. And I was surprised when I opened the Spam up that it didn't have one of those keys like you have with canned corned beef, or sardines used to come in. They used to have those. They used to have the keys. You always knew if you were in an Irish or German house when I was a kid, because they all had like in the drawer, in the extra part of the drawer. Yeah, I was thinking it's the 20th. It's always the solstices are always on the 20th. But yeah, if you went to like an Irish house, my grandmother always had in the extra spare part in the utensil drawer, there was always like 5 or 6 keys to open like canned corned beef or sardines or the like. Broke the yolk. Oh well, be all right. It's cast iron in real life, right? Not Max Miller. I don't have an editor. It's live. This is the way I like it, live. That's what I like about these YouTube channels. It's kind of like the old, what do you call it? Community access channels. You could watch like your neighbor do something weird, like fix his lawnmower. See that in a little couple of minutes. But I would say this Spam is done. A little spam pile over here. Broken yolk, Bill. Radagast, hi everyone. Yes, hello Radagast, how are you? Yeah, I have William Hurt. I have like 3 or 4 in my utensil drawer. And I remember when sardines and all that stuff, canned oysters, they all came. You had to have a key, and not all of them had a key. Like you were just expected to have those little can keys laying around. 81 say, I saved the keys. I'll spam I guess someday. Yeah, you know I don't know. Well, back when I remember when they didn't have, and different ones had different keys. Sardines had different ones because it had like that tab, and they were like longer than the canned corned beef keys, and all that. I remember all those things being that way. My Spam's getting to be almost to the done point here. Just do some catching up. Do some toast as well. Because I mean, if you're gonna load up on breakfast for dinner at nighttime, you might as well just go. Might as well go all out, right? Have all the stuff. I should have made some orange juice. Orange juice sounds good with all this. There we go. Give that about 30 seconds, and that'll be kind of done. I'll put this one on top of it, so it keeps that egg warm. Let's see. Send you an email. Check your my spam folder. Yeah, exactly. I remember opening a lot. Yeah, yeah, coffee cans. You're 100% right, I guess. All those things had keys. And you always, and Graham, or like people, I can remember, like I said, I just remember people having those keys around to, in case they had to, it was kind of just like a utensil that you just had in those days. Because a lot of things came with cans, or the cans came with keys. Let's see, let's do some toast here in the center. And this bread is so good. I did a salted oatmeal bread this week, and the bread was pretty nice. So we'll let that sit there. I'll toast that bread up. But yeah, the salted oatmeal bread is one of my favorites. And my youngest daughter, Ming, she got me a bread lane. So I've been doing, it's been making the bread a lot more fun to do. We got here. Let's see. Yeah, they were, yeah, exactly. They didn't, they weren't always on there. Strong's Adventures, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, I have them. I have them in the drawer. William, I absolutely do. I definitely keep them around. Oh, there we go. That looks good. Let's let that sit on there and heat that one up too, while I'm waiting on this last. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks good. So yeah, we're just gonna have a little breakfast for dinner, and while I'm waiting on just that little bit of nothing right there, I'm gonna pour myself another cup of coffee. Yeah, we were just saying that. My canned corned beef. I have some corned beef right here, and for people maybe who don't or watching that aren't in there, my daughters they don't want to do that. No, I didn't. I'm just doing breakfast. These are the keys we're talking about? Yeah. So like on the, yeah, those keys. No, I'm not doing the baked beans with this. I'm just, potato pancakes, some toast. Put that toast back there. I'll let that brown up a little bit more. And the Spam. And I forgot all about the Monty Python Spam-A-Lot. If bottle opener is a church key, that key is, but yeah. I forgot about the Monty Python spam skit years ago, and somebody mentioned that on the on the community post. So this Spam is done, and I don't have to wait on the toast. That toast is brown. I'll not wait on that. And we'll get myself a fork. Spam and eggs. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That kind of, yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, I could do the eggs on the toast and put that together. That'd be pretty good. Let's grab a fork. And I'll act like I have manners, and I'll grab a knife as well. Let's see. You'll have Spam eggs, sausage Spam, Spam, toast and Spam. Right, exactly. 100%. Exactly. I watched so much Monty Python growing up as a kid, because it was on. I remember when it was on PBS. Like there would be that, and Benny Hill would be on, and all those at 4 o'clock. Throw some more toast on here. My toast going. I'll throw this front burner off. I don't need that anymore. There we go. 4 for 4. But let's give this a go. Let me take my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, and Benny Hill's one of those that I wouldn't want to do a remake of it. That's a once in a lifetime. Benny Hill was kind of a once in a lifetime kind of guy. I don't know. I've got mustard, about a million different kinds of mustard, but let's see what this is all about. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It is really salty. I kind of did expect the salty. That's why I didn't put any salt. That's why I didn't put any salt or pepper on it. I knew it would. Well, I tasted that one, but I will say this: once you heat it up, it does taste a lot different than the straight out of the can. The way I tasted that one little corner piece. It's not bad. I don't think that I would replace my corned beef with that, but it's not bad. I think maybe with some mustard on a sandwich, that wouldn't get you kicked out of church. Let's do some combos here. Try some combo things. Let's try that. Tell your hubby I said goodnight. I am enjoying the Spam. Yeah, that's not, it's not terrible. It's not what I expected, to be honest. I thought it would be, I didn't think it would be as good as it is. It's actually pretty decent. I have no problem with it. Move that over. Move the camera over just a little bit. You can actually see my plate here. Yeah, sorry about that. I get distracted. Potato pancake. I love these instant mashed potato pancakes. These are like this is my jam. I gotta try some of that with this. So, I'll try that this way. I should have squeezed some oranges, some orange juice. That would have been good. I did do fresh squeezed orange juice this morning. That's one of my faves. That's good. That's good. Like I said, I don't think I will be replacing my my everyday, my once weekly corned beef and my canned corned beef. But I will say that it's not bad. I would buy, like if I was camping, I'd buy this. If I was doing something along those lines. And I'll definitely finish up the can. I'll finish this. I know the Beegs will want some. Make a mini egg sandwich. I would not want it Spam every day of the week. I don't think I would either. Yeah, let's try a little Sammy here. Let's throw all this on there and give that a day in court. Throw some butter on there with a little bit of egg. Let's see. I don't know where the Beegs is. I'm not surprised she's not out here. Beegs, you want some Spam? Oh, I don't want to get that in there. Beegs, you want some Spam? She's down for some Spam. There's that little killer. There's that little rat killer. All right, let's see what she thinks. Turn the camera around. All right, Beagle. There we go. Want to try some Spam? Can I get a spin? She was sleeping. You want Spam? There you go. There you go. Spam it up. Oh, there we are. It's Beagle approved. So, yeah, she's down for it. But yeah, I will give that a little, I will give this a little try with some egg and some potato on there. And I'll give that a little try. Try the mini sandwich. That doesn't sound too bad. Me taking a bite off camera though, that's gonna have to happen. Yeah, that's not bad. I would hang out with that. You definitely need some orange juice though. I definitely could use some orange juice. I have some orange ice drink off the side, so that kind of. Yeah, I've got my coffee. I do have my coffee. I definitely need something to drink. Yeah, that's good. That's not bad at all. Yeah, the Spam's pretty decent. As far as the canned meat goes, it's definitely got a place. It's not terrible. As I try to eat around the camera stand here. You're not a fan of the orange, Val? Not everybody is. It's acidy. Well, let me try the sandwich again. One more of that. The breakfast sandwich isn't bad. That is actually, if I would have had, that's sort of egg McMuffin-ish without, yeah, that's sort of egg McMuffin-ish actually with on bread. All right, Biggs is still standing here. You can. There you go, Beagle. There you go. You love Spam. She loves Spam. So, I guess that's what she's having for breakfast. Tomorrow she can have some Spam if I have any left over. But yeah, that's not too bad. But did I miss the comments, the Cornbread Festival comments, of who was going to go and who wasn't going to go? So like I said, I'm definitely cinnamon raisin bagel. Oh, breakfast sandwich? Yeah, I don't know if I'd be down on that. My son made. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people that do fried rice with diced Spam, and that was one of the recipes that I came across. And I'm not a fan. I was kind of interested in the bacon one. I saw that they had a bacon flavor while I was there, and but I imagine that's just bacon flavor. I don't know. If there's real bacon in it or not? If that's not if that's not what that is, or if it's just like flavored bacon. Let that sit a minute. Yeah, that's I did see that. I saw the low sodium. I thought about the low sodium, but I wanted to get the full Spam effect, if that makes any sense. I wanted to see what all the fuss is about, because it's actually, spam is a really controversial food. I know in food groups that I'm in, or excuse me, have been in the past, that some people get really, they get they they just get bad. Some people love it, and other people will downright defend it. They're just like, man, it's so good. Yeah, William Hurt. I'm definitely a can. I'm a canned corned beef guy. And actually, this year after St. Patrick's Day's over, I'm gonna actually try and make my own canned corned beef. I'm that big of a fan of it all. D Beaumont resident. Hello, how are you, buddy? Um, but yeah, actually gonna try and make my own canned corned beef this year, and and that's one of the things I used to do. When I try, like say I move to a new place and I'm looking for a deli to go to, or that kind of thing. One of the one of the things that I look for at a deli is if they do make their own canned corned beef. If they don't make that canned corned beef style corned beef that you can buy in a loaf. My mom used to. I remember my mom getting it at the deli. There's a lot of delis that I would get it from, and get it slices, because one of my favorite childhood things. How everybody has like something that their family made, like when it was something quick and you didn't have much in the cupboard, like Thursday night snacks or Thursday night dinner. It was like pasta without anything on it, just butter and pepper and Parmesan cheese or whatever. But one of the things I used to eat a lot, like for a quick snack, is I would just open a can of corned beef, slice it up, and put it on bread with mustard. And that's still one of my go-tos. I absolutely love that. I do like it every now and then. Down. Some folks look down on spam. My mom absolutely hated the idea of getting spam. My mom hated the idea of that. That and like lard. Yeah, this year I am actually going to do my own corned beef, and I'm not going to do. I'm doing round. I'm going to do round roast instead of brisket. And the reason I'm going to do round roast, well, I'm doing both actually. I'm doing brisket. I'm doing the bag that I do every year, and because that's the way my grandmother, like I said before, is Irish as a shillelagh, but we always had the bag corned beef, and then but I'm doing around. I'm gonna do a homemade corned beef, or a home cured corned beef with the round, and I'm gonna use that for Reuben sandwiches. Some folks hate. I'm a sardine guy. I like sardines in water as opposed to in oil, but I'll do either one. The only thing that I'm not big on, as far as like a canned meat goes, is what are those things called? Vienna sausages. I will throw a flag on that. I'm not big on that, but I like the smoked oysters, the herring, the mackerel, all that kind of stuff. The cans of ham salad with a little devil on it. I'll eat that. And yeah, sardines and onions. There's nothing wrong with that. I like it on crackers. That's how I rock. I rock my sardines with a little bit of crackers. And I'm I've been eating corned beef so long that I know that I like the Argentinian corned beef better than I like the Uruguayan um, canned corned beef. There is a slight difference. I think the Argentinian is better. Yeah, sardines are good, man. I try not to eat a lot of them. I had a friend of mine who was on who does keto, and he was eating a lot of sardines. He would eat like cans of these things daily, like more than one can a day. And he tested positive for having what was it? I don't want to say exactly the metal, but it was heavy metal. He tested positive for heavy metal, so his doctor told him to lay off the daily intake of 2 to 3 cans of sardines every day. Same with tuna. You just have to be careful. And the brands, you got to look at the brands of it. Yeah, probably Mercury. Sardine onion with mustard on rye. Yeah, rye. Yeah, I'm doing it. Right, I guess I'm going to attempt. here pretty quick. The next time I head to, there's a place. I go to these places and I get stuff, and I'm always forgetting their names while I'm on there. But there's a kind of an organic farm store that's near here that has rye flour, and it's supposed to be really good. And I'm gonna try and do a rye bread. Purple cabbages. Yeah, purple cabbages. No, I will not be doing purple cabbage. I'm a fan of the green cabbage. That still like cracks me up. And that little short got 500-600 views. I was really surprised. The purple cabbage. And I mean I've had purple cabbage in like coleslaw and stuff, but I've never cooked with it. Never cooked with it. There, that's done. Take that off. Yeah. But yeah, the purple cabbage. And it was good. It was good, but it made my corned beef purple. That was a really weird thing, cutting into my corned beef, and it's supposed to be. It was still that red color on the inside, but the whole outside, it was like joke. It was like super villain colored food. Most of all, canned fish has a high mercury content. Yeah, it does. You got to kind of watch. There's certain ones you can get. There's one that I was getting for a little while when I was eating sardines. When I got some sardines, I got a case of it last summer, and I got it from a company. I can't remember the name of the company, and they test for mercury and all that stuff. That's like they have a mercury test that comes with it, and it's like almost non-existent because it's like a farm. It's farmed in the measuring cup. On the back up here, no, that's bacon grease. It's bacon grease that I saved to put on the grill grates outside. So it just sits on the stove. Let's see, everyone in the South ate Vienna sausage way back in the day. Yeah, that's one, man, that I can't. When I was opening the Spam, I thought it would have that kind of congealed fat on there, and that's because I've had Vienna sausages, and I had a guy I worked with that loved them, and they always had that congealed fat in there, like that. So I thought that's what was going to come out when I took the Spam out. Speaking of Spam. Biggs, come here and get some Spam. There you go. There you go, kiddo. This was back in the day, maybe 3 days ago. Yeah, potato cakes. Potato cakes came out really good. If you're like me and you have if you keep dry potato around, that potato cake recipe is pretty darn delicious. Mini pigs in a blanket. Yeah. I've always had it with like smoky links in the middle, the pigs in a blanket, where somebody would cut up like the basic crescent roll, the Pillsbury crescent roll, and then wrap them in those. Make the little ones. Those aren't bad. A little mustard. Let's see. Yeah, normally sorry, I'm kind of done cooking early, but I never usually. I'm getting kind of spoiled tonight. Usually, I don't get to look at the. I don't get to look at the comments. I am going to go ahead and. I was just thinking about this. I'm going to go ahead and fry up the rest of this Spam. While I'm sitting there, I might just do it. I might jump off here pretty soon, but I'm going to go ahead and make the Spam while I've still got the griddle out here, because I've got like. What do I got? 3-4 pieces left, and I'll just put that in the container. Okay, so Strong's Adventure, did it used to have that in there? Because I would think that would be something that does. Like, if I open canned corned beef, it has that beef tallow white kind of fat on there, yeah. But I would think that it would have the obligatory pork jelly stuff on there. To go box ready, yeah. Mercy B, we'll see you. Thank you so much for showing up. And if you guys haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. I don't get huge numbers, but it gets me some reach if everybody hits the like button. If I get as many likes as I get viewers, that helps out quite a bit. That always hits. Helps the hitting. Now the dog's like staring at me. The dog is evidently a spam fan. Bugs on the windshield. You can come here. I have tons of bugs on my windshield. I have so many bugs around that I bought a power washer last two or three summers ago. That and to clean cast iron. Nothing cleans cast iron. That's good. That is a good one to have. If you get a nice big haul of really nasty cast iron, is to have a power washer and a tarp in the yard. It kind of saves a lot of that. During our only way back in the day, we went for break, country store, Vienna sauce, sardines, crackers, hoop cheese. I don't know what hoop cheese is, etc., but not much anymore. We used to have a place that had that was like that too, and you could get the best dried beef I've ever had in my life, and then they would have the cheddar horseradish cheese, the smooth stuff. Oh man, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Those places all had the best smell when you go to those those country markets back in the day. They always kind of had that charcoal kind of smell to them because they would smoke stuff. The one I would go to had hung hams, and that was yesterday and the day before. Let's see. Love horseradish. I'm a huge horseradish fan too. I'm thinking. I was actually reading the other day how to grow horseradish because I'd like to have it in the garden. And it doesn't look like it's that big of a deal, but I'm trying to. One thing I read said that was kind of regional, like you had to have the right kind of environment. I'm in zone 5, so I don't know. But I actually was looking up horseradish the other day. I did notice that my rhubarb's starting to sprout, which I'm pretty. Yeah, if you grow it in a pot, okay. Hey Huey, what's up, buddy? I'm a huge fan of Arby's horsey sauce. I had a thing a few weeks ago. I was out running around in the city near me, and I had the first Arby's sandwich I've had in a while, and I smothered it in Arby's horsey sauce. That stuff was so good. Yeah, we were just talking about Huey. Hoop cheese, southern lingo for cheese in the big cake form, usually sharp cheddar. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, man, 100% Arby's horsey sauce is where it's at, and you got it. There's something about I did get. We have a company around here that's local called Saucy Sal's, and no, absolutely, Huey was not good. Um, yeah, I've been to Holmes County. I have been to Holmes County, Fuzz Fork. Um, Ming's mom goes to Holmes County to buy chocolate for Christmas every year. Yeah, their Amish are better than the Amish we have here. Our Amish use they're propane Amish, and it's not good. And take some time to sprout. That's a good idea. Oh, okay? I think I read that wrong. You can get a root from the grocery store, but many take some time to sprout. Usually sprayed with anti-sprout spray. No kidding. That's always cool to know. Yeah, John. Have a wonderful night. Best wishes. God bless each of you. Thank you so much, Joshua. That's so nice of you to say. And thanks for tuning in. Please hit the like button on your way out. Yeah, I didn't know they did that. I don't like with ginger root and stuff like that. I just get it from the store. I don't bother to. I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't try and bother. And ginger's so cheap that it's like, you know, I can't seem to find truly hot horseradish anymore. We have one here. We get Yoder's horseradish, and that's got some nice heat to it. And there's another one. Let me look. at this one, because this is one that I don't have any Yoders right now, but I have, what is it? What's the brand of this? Silver Spring. This one. This one has got some heat to it right here. That's got some real good heat to it. And that's a good one. This is the one I use to, so yeah, Silver Spring. I don't know if it's the same, or is that Silver Floss that I'm thinking of that does the cabbage, the sauerkraut. That's how you started your plant Gluber like a weed and took over my raised bed. Fresh will be, yeah. So you just did it. You did it. So you sprouted it like? Did you just sprout it like in your? Did you just like soak it in water, or keep it sprayed, or wrap it, or anything, and then transplant it? Is that how you did that? Because I would give up a raised bed if I could get fresh horseradish. Because this year I'm going to do a lot of. I'm going to be doing festivals again this year and the like. And so I'm going to be selling a lot of my stuff that I have extra that I dehydrate, because I have so much. I dehydrate so much stuff, and I just have it for literally years. That would light you up, and you can't find it now. Yeah. Yeah, Handsome Stone, that's a great idea. Or you could just, Handsome Stone, you were looking for my email. I did give that out. And I also put it in my description because a few people have asked for my email or a way to contact me. You can get a hold of me at honeyjbadger, all lowercase, at yahoo.com. That's my social media, the one I use for social media. You can email me through there. And yeah, just if you want to email me how to do it, how to do horseradish, I would love that. I would really appreciate it. That would be, yeah, yeah. I know it's possible to. It's in light sandy soil, almost like So Radagast, are you thinking like aloe vera style soil? That's the email I use for. Oh, you got my OnlyFans account when you went to that one? Yeah, you're probably sadly disappointed. Kind of like the people that subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm sure you guys are probably pretty disappointed weekly too. Grind his own horseradish with an army mask on. Yeah, you can. I know, man. I've never had fresh horseradish root, like fresh like that. I've had it I've had people that have given me handmade, and it'll light only pans. Yeah, we should do only pans. But yeah, I've had homemade horseradish before, and it'll get you. It'll get you if you're not paying attention. Let me put this horseradish back in there, or I leave it on the counter. Only pans. That's a good idea. I'm waiting for when you and I do a collab, Huey. I think that'd be fun. Do a little collaboration one of these Thursdays or weekend. Put some grease back on there and throw the rest of this on there. There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't think, it's kind of like sauerkraut. Horseradish should be like sauerkraut, I would imagine. That it doesn't take a whole lot to make it. Yeah, I have malt vinegar as well. I'm a big fan. Yeah. You know, when I had that sore throat and my head was so stuffed up and cough, I did take like a half a teaspoon of horseradish just to try, because I was doing everything. I was doing everything to get over that sore throat, and nothing was working. I did try horseradish, and horseradish, I will, if my stomach's real upset, like I have a real acidy stomach, that's an old trick, is a little bit of horseradish for your stomach. Let me see, Radagast. I missed some sand, peat in my raised bed. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely down to look that up. You know, yeah, Huey. They have jalapeno here, of all things. It's funny you can't find it in Texas, but yeah, they have jalapeno spam. There was a whole set. Like when I went, trying to think what store I got my spam from. I would say I don't know if you guys have Meyer. I think I got mine from Meyer. We have Myers here. It's kind of like a big. It's kind of like a. It's kind of like a nicer Walmart kind of thing. Kind of has like a little more stuff than Walmart does. But yeah, I think I got mine from Meyer. Meyer or Kroger. No, I was at Kroger. My bad. I was at Kroger when I got the spam. My 1 can of spam. But yeah, they had jalapeno. They had all kinds of flavors. They had bacon. They had low sodium. They had the jalapeno. They had maple. They had a maple one. And I'm trying to think. I don't know if they. And then they had, like I said, the ugly little sister brand. They had Treat, which was like half the price. That had the, IGA. We still have IGA here. I have an IGA about 10, 15 miles from here. We have an IGA. And, but yeah, the best section in Hawaii. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's really big in Hawaii, probably because of the servicemen, and it's an island. I mean, that's, when you live on an island, you're definitely canned food is definitely going to be a big part of any of your lifestyle. Like in England, like when they eat a lot of beans, like canned tin beans and stuff. Well, of course they do. It's an island. You're going to have a lot of canned food that you eat. Lots of canned food, I would think. No, I didn't let that get hot enough. Again, I let that cool down too much. But anyway, let's see. They even have pumpkin spam in the fall. Really? Yeah, our dollar store carries spam, and they have Treat, and they have like an off-brand, whatever the dollar store brand is, they have that of canned stuff like that. But it goes from, the thing I noticed that was different between spam and the others is spam just has pork, and the other ones have, let's see, I'm trying to, I can go back through. Thanks, Handsome Stone. I'll go back through and I'll screenshot that. But yeah, our dollar store, I'm not sure what kind of a dollar store it is, because I guess there's several different kinds. There's Dollar General, dollar store, dollar this, dollar that. I don't know. I don't know what ours is. I go to it and get, yeah, I just grab some sodas once in a while from there. So it's really expensive. Our dollar stores are really expensive. Oh, okay, yeah. Thanks, Handsome Stone. I great. Thank you so much. But yeah, our dollar stores are really pricey, so I never go to it. And it was kind of weird. We had I guess there used to be a general store here in town before I moved here, and they got rid of that. But then they brought in a Dollar General that has like super crap in it. It's bad enough. I can't imagine horseradish. Yeah, I don't usually get that. I use sweet onions, sweet white onions, and I don't think they have as much of like that eye burning sensation as it is like if I do like if I get a red onion, which I don't. I buy red onion if it. I don't even remember the last time I bought a red onion. I just when I was a kid, onions used to give me a headache. I never used to like onions. It used to give me a real bad headache, and it didn't matter what it was. Green onions, nothing. And then I got older, and I could eat onions, and now I eat them in everything. So I must buy a card every month at Dollar General. Okay. Quite right, hands cut up. Wait, it hurts so bad. Yeah, you gotta try everything once, but not that. I missed that one. I missed that, sorry. It must have been when I turned around. Yeah, that's why I've just, I used to, like I said, onions used to give me a terrible headache, and I don't know if it was that we grew them. Where I grew up, onions were like kind of like how people have corn and soybeans and things like that. Onions grew around where I lived, and we always had. I don't remember what kind of onions they are. I think they had all kinds. They had green onions. They just grew onions. I'll just say that they just grew onions. I don't know, but we used to grow them in my mom used to grow them in her garden, and those onions always gave me a headache, and I don't know why that is. But then I got older, and I had my neighbor was an Italian lady, and she would make onions and sausages and peppers over pasta. And when I was young and broke, she was nice enough to send me over plates of that, and I never had the Vidalia onions are really good. We have there's a place here near here that does Vidalia onions, I think. I could just be messing that up. There's a town here called Vandalia. I think I'm just messing that up. Easy to make homemade. I miss the one thing, the super hot mix that Vlasic used to make, the garden mix. That used to have some good stuff in it. I used to love that. They don't make that anymore. Actually, I even looked on Amazon a few months ago to see if I could find it. Closest thing I can get are Tony Pacco's Sweet Hots. That's as close as I can get. Onion sandwiches. My dad, like I said, onions were a big thing here. My grandfather had an onion. He had onions on his farm, and my dad used to pick onions as a kid, and my dad could eat an onion like an apple. And he did that all the time. All the time. I've never had pickled pig's feet. Yeah. I've seen it. I've seen it at the store. I mean, how do you know a good pickled pig's feet if you see one? I don't know how you would know that. If it would be like the hoof's real big. I want that one with the big hoof. I don't know. That seems like that would be kind of a dicey deal. Yeah, I don't know. I nearly choked coughing too much, burning the sinuses, accidentally breathed in. Yeah. Never been a pain. I've never had them. And like I said, I don't know how you'd know a good pig foot from a bad pig foot. That's where on a dare we did pickled pig's feet. They were surprisingly good. Okay. Did you get the one with the big hoof? Did you make sure you had the big hoof one? Because that's what I would do. I would go straightly big hoof. Vandalia used to host the national ATA shoot. Are you talking Vandalia, Ohio? Because I'm not very far from there. Yeah, I'm not very far from there. I'd say it's 45 minutes to an hour, maybe. I'm like an hour north of Dayton. Off the big I-75. Let's see, Badger, pickled pig's feet in every bar in this country. Yeah, I wanted to say that I kind of remembered that and eggs being on the counter, like pickled eggs, but I could just be making that up from TV. I had the hoofy one. It was chewy like a rubber band. Oh my God, that's that's funny. I don't know if yeah, I mean, I would eat it. I mean, if somebody made it and I knew it was good, I would eat a pickled pig's foot, but I mean, they can say, let's see how well, the last thing I ever saw was pickled lamb's tongue. Things you do for $20, 4 packs of smokes. I was in the barracks in Groton, Connecticut, and you tried the pickled lamb tongue? They're great in spaghetti sauce. Oh, okay. I wouldn't see why it wouldn't be. I mean, I like putting Italian sausage in my, I mixed my ground beef and sausage together for spaghetti sauce. I don't see why that would be any different. Did I say how much I'm really digging on this 1148? I really like this. This is if you guys get a chance, if you don't already have a griddle and you don't feel like refinishing one or buying one from eBay and getting one that's actually flat with the reinforcements, I would highly suggest getting one of these Wagners. They are a good time. And one of these shows, I'm actually going to have my stuff heated correctly, like I normally do. I make such good stuff, and then I get on here and I get to talking and all this other stuff, and it just kind of it throws me off. Let's see. When are you picking out good pickled pig's food? You need to get the ones with the longest hooves, the way you can pick the meat out of your teeth when you're finished eating it. Yeah, that makes 100% sense. Let's see. Octopus from China is truly a ball of rubber bands. I've never had the octopus there. I've had it. I've had a lot of calamari. I don't mind that if it's done good, and I do like. There for a while we were getting sort of a mussel mix from the store, and it had it had small octopus in there, and that wasn't too bad. There used to be a huge glass of pig. Yeah, I want to say that I remember that stuff at the local bar when I was a kid. We had a little country bar, and I want to say that I remember pig's feet and eggs being there, and like jerky in a jar, like the big thing, not pickled or anything, but just in the jar, like for like so many, like 25 cents, you got like you could get one out with the tongs, and that, but I just didn't know if I was making it up in my head. Yeah, it gives it a sweetness to the sauce. Yeah, just like like a good sausage does. Yeah, that makes total sense. I could see that. Yeah, 100%. Let's see, around I see a group of Navy guys cooked up a shark. Shark's good. I have had shark. I don't know what kind of shark it is, but I got it from Jungle Jim's down in Cincinnati. Yeah, red beets. Yeah, yeah. I grew up on the red beet eggs, and my mom. I wish to God my mom could remember how she did them because they were so good. They are so good, real sweet. But she would do beets and eggs in the same one, and I don't remember if it was canned or if she just put them in canning jars. I don't remember. Yeah, well, I grew up on red beets and pickled eggs and beets. There we go. That's got a nice crust on it. I'll just turn this off. I'll turn this front one off. This front burner's giving me fits. And like I was gonna say with this griddle, my daughter when she bought it, and I know they're 240, but my daughter had a code when she got hers, so she got this for 190 and free shipping. So just saying, just throwing it out there. Uh, yeah, shark steak's not bad. I get a honey tuna every once in a while, and I like that. And I got pretty good at making that. The trick was not to make it. The trick is not to overdo it, because I used to overcook it, and then it was real. It almost tasted like it's just canned tuna after that, and it's kind of one thing I am not fond of is canned spaghetti. What do you mean, like SpaghettiOs? Or is there another kind of canned spaghetti that I don't know about? SpaghettiOs are okay. I just like the little meatballs in it. I make German purple pickled eggs. My wife hates it later. Yeah, that's what we were talking about you earlier about. That's the rumor. Let's see. There are so many niche foods in every corner of the world. I would love to win the lotto and eat my way around the world. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would be fun. I I'd like to go to Ireland and have real Irish food once. And I'm thinking in the next year or two that I'm gonna do that. I think that's gonna be the next one I do, next place I go. But I'm not big on traveling. I don't like. It's not that I have like a fear of airplanes or anything like that, or fear of boats. It's just one of those things where you're just like, man, this is my luck. You know what I mean? Like you can it's just my luck that something bad would happen. Shay, I was wondering, Fuzz. I thought maybe you had a different kind of spaghetti you were trying with Shay Boyardee. I'm like, yeah, maybe I wouldn't like that either. I wouldn't like the Shay Boyardee. That actually sounds a little more bougie. Chez Boyardee sounds a lot better than Chef Boyardee, actually. As far as I can tell. As far as I can tell. Well, what do I know? That does sound pretty good. Get some of that Chez Boyardee. Get it from Target. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, and I will be doing. I'm going to be finishing up the doing a follow up on Sunday. We're going to be doing. I'm going to do steaks in the Stargazer again. I'm going to do. I know it's kind of a double up, but I'm also going to be doing Coal Cannon on the side. Real Coal Cannon, the way I do it, and so that should be a good one. And we'll start doing the. We'll start doing the Irish foods or foods that I grew up with from my Irish grandma. I'm going to try and whittle out a pork cake. I don't know if anybody's ever had pork cake in your life. But, yeah, I've seen that Eon Reardon guy. He's the young guy, right? That has the little shop. Is that what you're talking about? But yeah, I want to do a pork cake. We're going to do some Coal Cannon Sunday. Next Thursday, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'd like to do, if you've ever had gur. Gur is kind of cool, but it's one of those, I'd rather do it in a springform pan. I'm trying to figure out how to do gur in a cast iron pan. Trying to think of some other ones that I wanted to do. A lot of people do bubbles and squeak. I mean, that's more of English food, but England and Ireland is pretty close. Some of what separates English food and Irish food is just the amount of butter and potatoes, in all honesty. But yeah, I'd like to figure out gur and in a cast iron pan. Normally that's in a springform pan. But the pork cake I'm definitely gonna do. I'm waiting on the right. I actually ordered the molasses yesterday. And so hopefully that should be here because I want to do a test one first. Yeah, the Funny Sherwood. Yeah, he's a good dude. I watch that sometimes. But yeah, we'll be doing pork cake at some point, and all that. Yeah, my family, my Irish side of the family has been here a long time, man. They were here before the my grandmother, my Gram's side was here before the famine. So you're talking, that was what, mid 1800s. So yeah, they've been here a long time. They were here before the famine, and that was like Cork County, and then there I want to say the other county was O'Shea, but I don't. It starts with an S, and I'm not sure. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. I'm gonna pull this off because these are done. I don't want to make them rubbery. I don't want to overcook the Spam and make it bad. Let's see here. We have Pepto for you would be a great fun. Fish and homemade chips. Yeah, I'd like to do some whitefish. That's predominantly, I think, what they use in English fish and chips is whitefish. But I would like to do a nice. I haven't done fried fish. I'd like to do at some point. I want to do a fillet of fish recreate because I'm a huge fan of fillet of fish. That's what I usually get when I go to McDonald's. I usually get I usually, when I go to McDonald's, I get the McDouble, and then I have them hold the ketchup and mustard, and then I have put mac sauce and lettuce on it, and then I get a fish sandwich. That's really what yeah, Carrie, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because it wasn't Cork, because I remember my uncle saying that it wasn't because a lot of people were from County Cork, but it was Kerry, which is pretty southern part of Ireland. John Brown, if you know who he was. I will look that up, William Hurt. Is he a YouTuber? Is it YouTube? Even if not, I'll look it up. John Brown, that's easy to remember. You made a Welsh stick chair with John Brown. That's pretty cool, though. And Windsor's with Mike Dunbar. Oh, that's very cool. Talking about the griddle, I'm bidding on one just like that, but it was made for Boy Scout troops raised. Let's see, bidding on one just like that, but it was made for Boy Scout troop, raised Boy Scout troop, and troop number on the back. Oh, really? Was it like a lodge? Is that what it is? Wales, yeah. Yeah, my dad was a little Welsh, I guess. So they say. I'm not 100% positive. I think it was Welsh. Let's see. This chairmaker's after a career in boat building. See, I think boat building would be cool. I just saw a thing where they've got a bunch of grants to start making the freighters again. That's going to be something that we're going to be doing here. Dutch and Polish. That's an interesting combination. I mean, they're not very far apart. You know, it's all Europe. It's all Europe. But Dutch and Polish, that's a different. I don't hear that combination very often. That's pretty cool. Let's see, Brian. My last name was O'Brien. Look up Brian Bourne in Ireland history. Brian Bourne. I'm gonna have to go back and through these. I usually go back through and read the comments. I don't really watch the show, but I go back and read the comments because I miss out on so much. I miss out on a lot of comments by cooking, and I have my back to it. I hope nobody minds that I've been sitting here doing this, and I hope nobody's getting bored that I'm not really cooking anything tonight. I normally don't get to sit and read the comments and hang out. So tonight it's sort of just like a Thursday night hangout. And one of these nights, since I've got stuff kind of planned, sort of, kind of, it's March, so I'm going to be doing the Irish food and things like that. But Mom was almost for marrying Polish. But I do want to do like walk you guys through my rack one time and actually maybe get on camera one of these times. Val, it's really funny that you say that about your mom almost being married or being disowned for marrying someone Polish. My grandparents, my Irish grandmother and my Protestant grandfather are buried in the interracial part of the cemetery because they were, which isn't even that long ago. My grandfather died in the 60s. So that's where their plot was. But they were, and it wasn't that one was, Protestant, one was Catholic, so they were buried in the interracial part of the cemetery, which kind of blows my mind because it's away from I don't know, it just kind of blows my mind. You worked in a shipyard in Maine? See, that would be cool. Like working like an Owl's Head and places like around there in Maine. I think that would be good. That's the thing, like with my daughters all growing up my youngest daughter became an adult this year, and I'm really thinking about. I've lived here basically my whole life, and hopefully that just didn't kill my stream when they did that this time. Let me see if that didn't kill my stream when that same person texts me every time. Okay, during my show. Let's see. But yeah, I've thought about that. I've thought about maybe going down to Tennessee and working at Lodge working down there. I've thought about moving. I've got friends in New England, and not really. Anyway, but yeah, I've thought about doing that. Let's see if that's killing my stream. This certain person does this every week that I ask them not to text me or call me during this, and they do it every week. Every week. But anyway, it's about 9 o'clock, so I'm going to jump off here anyway, and let everybody go. Hit for the birthday, Greg. Actually, Greg, there was a winner from last week's, and that was Rick Stunball guessed it at San Francisco. San Francisco is my hometown, and Rick won that. Rick Stunball won it. He won. I'll show you what he won actually, because it's still sitting right behind me. Right there, he won the loaf pan. He won a set of oven mitts, and he won a can of cast iron cure. Not this one, because I sent the last of my cast iron cure that I had here at the house. I have to go back to the shop and get more tomorrow. But he won. That's what he won. So yeah, that's what he won tonight. So that's pretty cool. But yeah. So yeah, it was and yeah, I'm gonna come up with another one. I like the long contest instead of the pick the numbers. Cool, man. And I got nothing against how everybody else does their stuff, the random generators, and all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to do something a little different. Those are their shows. This is mine, and I kind of like the long. I always like the long, the puzzly kind of stuff. So anyway. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Greg. Yeah, man. I just wanted to do something a little different. And like I said, I'm not trying to rip on anybody else's contests or anything, you know. And the other thing is I don't have that. My setup is completely different than them. I have monitors up, and I have monitors up in here. How I do my thing with a separate camera, and they do. There's a lot of time with their computer as well, and mine's not hooked up with the computer like that, synced together. I have to have that done. So so I don't. The number generator for me doesn't really work, and I had to think of another way to do that. So, but once I've got one of my laptops being worked on right now, and so things are going to be looking a little bit different. We're going to have different camera angles. Actually, I might even have something in the middle of the kitchen. I'll be able to cook that way and actually be able to face into this. But yeah, Val, you can definitely, if I could get it to you or you could get it, you could definitely stop over for spam. And thank you guys so much for stopping in, and hanging out with me tonight, and having dinner with me, and coming and hanging out while I have my spam for the first time, which is so funny. It's okay. Spam's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's okay. It's not bad. So, but yeah. Anyway, but we will. Well, I'm going to think up another contest, and we'll give some other stuff away. Rick, thank you for sending me your email, and I will have that out to you. And also Frank Morello, I've got something for you too. I'm going to be sending out when I send this out. I've been kind of waiting to send them out all at the same time. Pat Z, thank you so much this week. Appreciate it. And hey, it's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to jump off here, and I will see you guys in the comments section. All right? All right, see ya.